Hello. I'm broadcasting right now, and I sound like really sad, but my throat, I just have like a sore throat. So I'm gonna be talking like this. I'm just gonna load up where I was last time.
Even after searching, the bodies of the missing men were never found.
So basically, I'm just gonna play some Max Payne.
Ragnarok was Lupino's private nightclub, a den of drugs built into an old theater. I knew what waited inside. V-head junkies ready to explode in random acts of senseless violence. And Lupino's goon squad, the worst stone-cold killers this side of hell. As subtle with its dark message as a cop-killer bullet through the heart. Like father, like son. Just like Jack Lupino.
Okay. So I'm just gonna be playing. I'm gonna try to complete
Ice!
Sorry guys, I'm still like getting used to that.
The book had never been a bestseller.
Look, he's doing the floss. See, look. His arms like that, his other arms like that. He's about to do the floss. Too bad I killed him.
Given the setting, I was surprised to find that somebody had been passing time reading. The paperback was entitled, The Age of Murder and Storm.
Sorry, I keep doing that. I need to stop. No, I didn't think that. I think also we found.
Damn!
Oh my god, that guy just set himself on fire. Why do all these guys like to do the floss?
Books on the occult had been piled. The room was stacked with light reading, such as Necronomicon, Witchcraft, and Paradise Lost. Old exotic titles like Malleus Maleficarum and De Umbrarum Reini Novum Portus. Books with pentagrams on their covers, all dealing with the occult and the infernal. Lying between stacks of horror videos and a couple of Ouija boards. The only thing I could take seriously was the thought of Lupino taking it seriously. He had been spending a lot of time getting intimate with the guy downstairs. On the table.
I'm just gonna be playing for a while.
What with Dino and all, I wouldn't say anything to his face. He might not... Hey!
Oh my god. Oh, well, watch this.
Whack the sucker!
This is the part here where I usually die. That's why I changed the controls, so I could just get used to them. It's like right here. You want to be careful because the wrong step and you're dead. So you just like keep like pressing forward. You don't hold it down though. Make sure you're pressing the right way, because if you press the wrong way a little bit, you're going to be put on the edge, and usually when I put on the edge, I like panic and actually fall off. I forgot to jump. Wait. Look at this. I know that this noise is annoying after a while, but it's gotta do the noise. Look at this, dude. This guy literally fell. It would have been so much better if he fell like right here.
Karaoke never was my scene.
Wait, look at this. What I don't like about this game is there's a lot of balancing parts.
Yo!
Oh! Oh, really? I'm gonna have to make a jump. No! I had to jump because that guy landed on the board and it breaks after you're on it for like a couple seconds. Oh. That was pretty sick. That didn't happen last time. Look at this. Oh, this is exactly where I wanted the guy to land. But since the other guy landed there, it messed it up. Guys, I'll be back. Like in like a minute. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I forgot to control the end. Oh my gosh. It would have been nice if you landed down there. Yeah, this is gonna take a minute. I'm gonna drink some water.
Hold it!
Oh, this is what I was talking about before. Lock right here. That one breaks. That guy stepped on it and then he was standing on it, but it fell back. Well, I don't like this one. This chapter is boring. It's hard too.
The backstage area led to Lupino's inner sanctum. The hot air inside was like an invisible wall, thick with incense and something else, a sickly sweet smell that made you gag. This was the rotten core of the Big Apple. Lupino lurked somewhere ahead, like a spider at the center of his web, waiting. The vapors in the air started to make my head swim. Torn pieces of a letter lay scattered on the sofa. Punchinello had threatened Lupino in writing. The note had been torn to pieces, bloody fingerprints all over them.
Don't want you to think that one of my boys is not playing with a full deck. Shape up, Jack. We are running a business here.
Lupino's notes covered the table. Jack Lupino was crazy, all right. The table was scattered with notes of demented arcane nonsense written in rusty blood. A mishmash list of demons, devils, and dark gods evoked.
Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Baphomet, Lucifer, Loki, Cthulhu, Lilith, Hela, blood given to you all.
He was after that old Faustian deal. Your soul for power and fortune. Just sign on the dotted line with your blood. Lupino's notebook lay on the pedestal.
I just like to check everything. I just feel like something's not gonna happen if you don't read everything.
The flesh of fallen angels! Come to me all! Astaroth, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Baphomet, Lucifer, Loki, Satan, Cthulhu, Lilith, Hela! Blood to you all!
Oh wait, no, this man, sorry.
Secret. Living under the skin of reality. I've seen it. The corruption of flesh. Ow! I'm the wolf, yeah! I am the wolf!
There's be an onslaught of guys.
Close. It's coming. You have come. A witness to the end of time. It's now! I will rise to her side! I don't need the words! I'm beyond the words!
Hold it! way!
Oh my god. Like I said, one hit from those can just kill you. I'm not gonna read anything now.
This was the rotten core of the Big Apple. Lupino lurked somewhere ahead, like a spider at the center of his web, waiting. The vapors in the air started to make my head swim.
The flesh of fallen angels! Come to me all! Astaroth, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Baphomet, Lucifer, Loki, Satan, Cthulhu, Lilith, Ella! Blood to you all!
You're just saying what was in the
Secrets.
paragraph.
The skin of reality. I've seen it. The corruption of flesh. I'm the wolf, yeah! I am the wolf! It's close. It's coming. You have come. Witness to the end of time. It's now! I will rise to her side! I don't need the words! I found the words!
Hold it!
Oh man. So this is the guy, but he has some goons. And they have like engrams or something.
I had known there'd have to be a catch in it somewhere, and this one was the Empire State Building of catches. Lupino was pumped up and dying to go 15 rounds with a mutant alligator. And then he started this spooky monkey talk, straight from a bad dream. Mine.
I have tasted the flesh of fallen angels. Die! You'll die! You'll die! Now! All die!
That was easy. I've died from that guy so many times.
When Lupino finally went down, I wanted to make real sure he'd stay that way. V was a bad monster. Turned them into friggin' zombie demons from outer space.
I think he's dead already.
Huh? And that's when it happened.
But dead or not, you've got the wrong guy.
In stepped this knockout femme fatale holding a gun to my face. I returned the favor. Lisa Punchinello. Lisa Punchinello was the Don's wife.
Mona Sachs. Lisa's evil twin.
Your safety's off, evil twin. You might hurt someone with that gun of yours.
Lisa's the damsel in distress. I'm the professional. I'd blow you away without batting an eye.
Sure, and you can check out my credentials splattered all over this joint.
Jack couldn't have framed you. Not the state he was in. We're after the same slime bag. Angelo Quincinello's the one who murdered your friend and framed you with it.
You know this for a fact.
I've got my sources.
I don't have a clue these days. I just shoot them as they come. Who put a contract on the Archfiend?
This one's mine. I hate the guts of that sadistic wife-beater. Why not pool our bullets for this one?
I thought you'd never ask. My finger was starting to twitch.
How do you like your whiskey?
I'm easy, as long as you don't try to slip me a Mickey.
You're a real angel, Max.
It was good stuff. Tasted sweet as honey going down.
Nothing personal. Can't risk you going berserk and getting Lisa killed.
The nightmare was always the same.
Oh, I hate
Violent
these
shapes
chapters.
moving in darkness, old and ugly. The killer's mad laughter was a riddle filled with wicked innuendo. Somewhere, the baby was crying.
Guys, this one is go towards the baby's crying.
Should have known it when we found you snoring next to Lupino's corpse. A comedian, huh?
The pictures were filled with good old times.
Wow. Oh, I never noticed that, but it shows, look at that. But it shows, it said when you see them taking his corpse. That person moons out from them.
I really love to watch cartoons. Captain Baseball Backwards my favorite.
So, like, if you hear that, wow, that was just really impossible. I'm using this part with the joysticks like impossible. over here somewhere. I swear it's this way.
No, please, God, no.
Slice them, dice them, shoot them full of holes, blow them to bits, vaporize them, disintegrate them. No matter what you do, they'll still be back, good as new.
Michelle's diary lay on the table.
Max, no, please, Max. Why? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Murderer! You killed her!
Nothing like that ever happens in the real world.
So I'm on chapter 2.
I woke up in a bad dream. My head felt 2 sizes too small for my brain.
Max Payne, I envy your name.
And the killer was smiling.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Frankie the Bat Niagara.
Niagara, as in you cry a lot? He had a baseball bat and I was tied to a chair. Pissing him off was the smart thing to do.
He's being sarcastic.
Nothing wrong with a little laugh now and then. Take me, for example. I love to watch cartoons. Cartoon violence is a fascinating thing. Let's take a break. I need to take a leak and maybe grab a cold one at the bar. Don't worry. I'll be back to finish this off. And then, it's checkout time.
You play, you pay, you bastard. He swaggered out, and the door clanged shut behind him, locks clicking into place. Everyone makes mistakes. Mine hadn't been to crack jokes about the goon with the bat. He'd have cracked my skull regardless. It hadn't even been to trust a girl with a gun. I had blindly gone after the first bad guy on my hit list when I should have been aiming further up the ladder, at the head of the Punchinello family. I couldn't bring myself to be pissed at Mona. Guess I had a soft spot for her pretty face. But when somebody decides to play baseball with your head, you tend to get sore. They had dragged me back to the basement of Lupino's hotel. I was beaten, bruised, and blue.
Oh, this
I
is
felt
where
like
we
the
were
chair I
before.
had broken to get free. All I had was Niagara's bat, sticky with my own blood. Without a gun, I'd be no match for Frankie's men. I'd have to play hide and seek with them.
We'll take care of it.
Yeah, I know. Just I wouldn't mind having a go at him.
Hold it! It's Payne! What the? Hey, what the?
Oh man, I didn't even get hit on that guy.
All I had was Niagara's bat, sticky with my own blood. Without a gun, I'd be no match for Frankie's men. I'd have to play hide and seek with them.
It's Frankie's turf. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, I know. Just
What? What the? What the? Hey, yeah.
So you have to like get all your guns back again. I know you have to leave that way, but I'm gonna check this first. Okay guys, I don't know why I haven't been talking, but I'm just like, I was just like trying to find ammo and stuff. Oh yeah, the elevator. From bad to worse.
It's Payne!
Wow. That was a trick shot. The bullets went through him and then hit him and then oh, I have 162. I don't know why that's there. Let me see if I can break something with a baseball bat. If I can't break that, I will not be able to break that thing on the inside. Cutscene? No, not cutscene.
Things were fast going from bad to worse.
See, we're going back here too.
The men in blue had come and gone. They had decorated the place with chalk outlines and tied it together with yellow tape. The cops who had stayed behind were dead. Frankie, his boys, and I had the place all for ourselves.
Oh, they must like put crates up there or something.
Just forget about it. Just forget about it. Hey, just forget about it.
I said that like 3 times in a freaking row. Just forget about it. Just
That
forget
crazy
about
witch, you should have heard her. She was a real scream when the boys caught her trying to cap the Don. Oh, that's friggin' bad. To the trio? That's even worse than what Frankie's doing to that poor bastard downstairs. She's gonna take a long time to die.
The mobster muscle on the phone was talking about Mona. Punchinello's trio were nothing but bad news.
It's Payne!
More evidence that Punchinello didn't like me much.
The fact remains that all the victims so far identified in the Ragnarok shooting have been known criminals, many of whom had large doses of V in their blood. Reliable sources say that Max Payne was also among those killed, although no body has been recovered at this time.
Reliable sources. That meant somebody thought the Mafia had me, didn't want the cops snooping around anymore. The body would be delivered to them barely recognizable. Case closed. Don Punchinello had the power to be that reliable source, which was no news. But his news was old news. Framing me hadn't been enough. Don Punchinello had put a hit on me. He wanted me dead, and it had been important enough for him to give written instructions to Frankie about it.
Max Payne should die like a dog for the trouble he's caused. Frankie, I know I can trust you to give this matter the dedication it needs.
I need to stock up on ammo. And painkillers. Sitting on toilet. Sitting on toilet.
Hold it!
sitting on the toilet video in real life gone wrong. Well, I'm probably gonna end up killing somebody here. Well, no duh, a boss, I mean.
The hotel bar was fast developing quite a history. True to his words, Frankie was there, having a beer.
Jesus Christ. How the hell did you get loose?
Got bored waiting. Thought, what the hell, we could just as well finish this here.
Fine by me. This works out just as well.
Oh my gosh.
The men in blue had come and gone.
Try one more time. If I die, then I'm going to stop the broadcast.
Just forget about it. Just forget about it. Hey, just forget about it.
More evidence that Punchinello didn't like me much.
Fine by me. This works out just as well.
Thank you. You've been a lovely audience. Had enough? I don't play with girls anyway. Unfair!
I spotted the tail as soon as I left the hotel. A big black Mercedes. I'd seen the car before. That time it had heralded impressive explosions. Vladimir was back.
Bang. You're dead, Max Payne.
I might have laughed if I remembered how. What's this supposed to be? Cops and robbers? Look, you want something with me? Get in line.
Peace, man. Relax. You know you are a real news item. Armed and dangerous. I am going to make you an offer you can't refuse. I've always wanted to say that.
It's a bum rap. I've been framed.
That's a moot point. Whatever you did or did not do, I'm sure you had good reason for doing it. Want to hear me out?
I'm listening.
Punchinello messing with V is bad for business all around. But that's not all. There is this guy, Boris Time, used to pull jobs for me. He's the captain of the cargo ship Charon. Now the bastard turncoat has gone over to the other side, Punchinello's. The ship's loaded with high-res hardware, guns, my business. If Punchinello gets hold of that cargo, he's won and I have lost. And you'll have your work cut out for you. If you want to get to Punchinello, you'll need heavy-duty persuaders. I am just the man to get them for you. Change the ship back under my flag, maybe pop 2 in the traitor Dime's head while you're at it. You'll get enough guns to start the apocalypse. You in or out?
Let's get this show on the road. Vladimir was one of those old-time bad guys with honor and morals, which made him almost one of the good guys. None of us was a saint. The Brooklyn riverfront was a maze of rusty containers, sharp-boned cranes looming up from the snowstorm. On a night like this, you couldn't help but think of the dark army of dead men sleeping with the fishes, cement shoes in line. No Minotaur lurked in this labyrinth, but somewhere out there, on the clanking deck of his cargo freighter, the skipper of the Chiron was waiting, like the ferryman in the river Styx.
Hey, yeah!
He's reaching for a shotgun. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Damn! What the?
There might be something on PC. Oh man. All I remember is him. Look at him. I just like saw his face and I just heard the gunfire and there's nothing I can do but press the button and shoot him. See, that didn't do anything. Only the warehouses or like with doors like this do something.
What the hell?
Oh man. If it starts me off at the beginning, I'm gonna stop the live stream.
Punchinello,
Okay.
No Minotaur.
Alright guys, this is Max Payne.